So ROSHN in numbers, we have enough concrete to build 51 overdams, and we have cables to go around the earth 32 times, and enough steel to build 102 Golden Gate bridges. So optimization of our products is the key. We have multiple public amenities in our developments. So we have a variety of mosques and schools, and you can see from the numbers, it's quite big. And we are across 4 regions. So we have a land bank of more than 200 million square meter of developments. And we have already developments here in the central region in Cedra, and we have launched recently Al Arus in the western region. So, and this is how our communities looks like. So it's modernized, it is green, and you have plenty of public amenities on it. And it emphasizes social change and enhanced quality of life. In Cedra here we have multiple phases in the project. We have around 7 phases, which covers the project. And this is the progress on site. So we are raising the bar and the development of the units, etc. This is our site, and we are happily delivered. We have happily delivered the units to our customers. So we have customers resident now in our communities, and we have launched our the second phase of the project, which is Cedra 2. And here you can see the size of the development. So this is the scale of the development. So we have the same products spread across an entire phase with all the public amenities, with sufficient landscape and amenities that enhance the quality of life. Goals. And it enhances walkability, and we have here, again, we are capturing the local character of the region. So the Cedra development captures the local architecture of Al Riyadh. Then we have all of these communities will be communities of the future. So this is where we are opening a new era for future generations to use these communities and have open information. In a digital twin, and this is one of the reasons why you are having a digital twin. So what does digital twin means? In simple terms, it's a replication of the physical asset in the digital world. They want to take it more simple. So William Jefferson said that future is already here, but it's not distributed equally. So all of us have interacted with the digital twin already. And I will give you an example of that. So all of us have bank accounts where we store our physical money. So our physical money, which is a physical asset in the bank. And we have also our phones, which is our communication tool. But also it brings a digital copy of your bank account. So whenever you do a transaction, it will reflect in your physical account. And if you do any transaction in your physical account, it will reflect in your digital account. And these transactions are happening simultaneously. Sorry, it happens immediately. And this opened in the financial sector new markets such as online shopping, a big amount of digital services. So right now, are we accepting these banknotes? The answer is no. So we don't accept these overused banknotes. But in construction, we do. We do accept hard copies. We do accept unstructured information. And we even take it to the next level and we put it in our contracts. You need to print the design 4 times. You need to give me the hard copy. So we have legalized the way we are changing data in the construction industry to follow this old method. So just To summarize a digital twin, and this is a graph extracted from the PS Flex 260. So it's an interaction between the digital model and the physical model. For a new project, you start with digital first. So you have the opportunity to create your digital model in the virtual world where you can decide how you want to do it, prescribe the content of your development, and predict how it will perform under different tests. And then you will take it to the next phase, which is converting this digital asset, which is developed on computers, into the physical. You go on site and actually build it. And this is where you start capturing what's happening on site, how your product is being developed throughout the design phase and the construction phase as well. And the key here is to have a continuous feedback loop. So you learn from the process, you learn from your good wins during the execution, you avoid your mistakes in the future designs, and you avoid the bad performance that you have encountered. Maybe you have better ways of doing it in the new design. So you keep enhancing, and this is about a continuous feedback loop. And this is where like the flow of data is important across systems and across phases. And the interventions that we are having for these data is also very important. And this brings me to the value of data. So we should have structured data. Let me tell you what are the types of data that we have in the industry. So we have unstructured data, we have semi-structured data, and we have structured data. Unstructured data is like the paper copies that we have, photos that needs a human to look into it and read it. Structured data, machine readable information that you can move from one machine to another without needing a human. And semi-structure is something in the middle. And again, if we look at the industry, the construction industry at the left is scattered in terms of information exchange. We don't exchange information. Going back to my banking exercise, if you look at the financial services, it's all centric, and you have proper information exchange in between the parties in the industry. And the same is happening in manufacturing as well. So this gives you an insight, what is the maturity level at each industry. And this is why the construction industry needs to put more effort in digitizing its processes. And the basics to do that is to agree on common languages, agree on common terminologies. I know it's too basic, but you have to start there. So you need to have agreed definitions, you need to have agreed classifications. And once you have this layer, you will start putting it on a common data environment where people can share the information across different stages of the project, learn from the information, and you have single source of truth. And you need to have an agreed exchange of information milestones, when you use the data, how to use it, and when to exchange it. And this happens across all the phases. And like this is an example from RIBA as a design stages, but also it covers construction and manufacturing. And the digital twin is having this feedback loop continuous. Through the journey, you need to capture your decisions. What are the good practices that you are having in your business? And you need to learn from it and then automate it. And also you need to learn from the industry mistakes and how we can do things better. And you store this knowledge and you share it across the company, the industry, and the cross-industry as well. And this takes us to having a digitally mature procurement, where we reach to a level where we can exchange our digital model to our supply chain and ask them how you can deliver it better, how you can package it to be more sustainable and more efficient. And the key here is about feedback loop. So you listen to your partners. If they have efficiencies that they can introduce to your project, if they can design something better, and you capture this feedback across all the developments. And for ROSHN, this is a key because we have multiple projects at different stages. We have units which is handed over, so we need to capture the feedback from our customers and take it on board for our running projects. And this has to happen at a high level as well. So you start to look at the construction industry or the E sector as a system of systems. So it's not interactions within one group or one program, it's interaction between multiple stakeholders and having decisions across stakeholders with defined policies, and you treat the built environment as system of systems. So we are interacting with systems all over the place. And I gave you an example of the mobile application. This is a service which may migrate in the construction industry in future. And the last thing that I want to say is, like, we welcome everyone to join us in a journey in our living street. So this is a QR code where you can scan and you can explore our communities. This is already existing asset, so you can go and see it physically, but you can also have your digital journey here. And this is another example of digitizing something so you don't have to go to the physical unit. You can see it here as well. Thank you.